Mark Kaufman for WhiskyWhistle. Two Brewers Yukon Single Malt Whiskey Release 10. Cask Strength. A cask strength Canadian single malt from Two Brewers. How is it, and is this a brand you should be looking out for? Stay tuned for the Release 10 Two Brewers here on WhiskyWhistle. Hey whiskey people, Mark here from WhiskyWhistle, your wise choice in independent whiskey and spirits reviews, bringing you the second part in a two-part little series here on a Canadian single malt from the Yukon known as Two Brewers. Now let me just get a glass. This one is release number 10 and it's cask strength. Let me just tell you about that. And yes, I'm lacking a table today, so we'll just run with it. Do not fall down, you Glencairn glass, you. All right, so this one, cask strength, 58%, 1,000 bottles. Amazing. Very, very small batch, but pretty good considering the size of the distillery. And what did they say here? The Two Brewers' first cask strength release displays bright and elegant character that belies its strength. A worthy 10th expression. All right, and again, probably round about 7-8 years old, and being their first cask strength, amazing, good job on that. And it'd be nice if we had some bottling dates, distilling dates, etc. But anyway, rest assured, both from my taste of this and from what I've heard, that we're looking at about 7 to 8 years, okay? And this one, I believe, is ex-bourbon casks. All right, so let me get some of that poured. I think all of it, I guess. Again, my second crack at this review, ruined it due to tech issues, tech malfunction, human error, my own fault. You know, they claim that Apple is iPhones are now water resistant. Yeah, but you know, just keep them away from water, all right? Okay, anyway, so just enough for this review, thank goodness. Let's have a look at the color together. All right, so what do you see there for color for this Two Brewers Cask Strength Release 10? Now, it's a little bit lighter than that sherry cask, about a medium amber, or about the color of a lighter Canadian maple syrup or Manitoba maple syrup. Actually, that's usually pretty dark. Have you tried Manitoba maple syrup? If you haven't, try to get some because it's pretty awesome. Okay, on to the legs. And I really scrub these glasses really, really hard, so they should show off their legs pretty nicely. If you notice that, let's have a look first. If you notice that you have spots on the inside of your glass, even though you wash it, you got to hand wash it. You got to really scrub it, and that'll get those whatever that is. I guess that's probably like a residue from the congeners, the oils, etc. All right. So quite drippy, slow legs there again. Quite the show. A little bit thicker than those of the release number 9. Very, very visible. And again, this is a cask strength, so a little bit more whiskey in the glass. In fact, in one sense, it's all whiskey in there, whereas anything less than cask strength is just whiskey plus water. Did you ever think of that? The nose. Let's check out that nose. And before I start, again, a big thank you to Two Brewers and Yukon Spirits, Yukon Brewing, up there in the Yukon. That's a brewery and a distillery. And their amazing marketer, whose name is Jasmine Sangria, she sent me these samples and has sent me samples now for going on nearly, almost getting on to 2 years. So anyway, that's really great. Okay, so the nose. It's big. What a big nose. Now, the alcohol will take you aback, so you got to sniff very slowly. Start from far away. I forget my own advice sometimes. Oh, it's very fresh. It's like, again, baking spices, but also some fall hay bales, the smell of hay bales, the smell of something like walking through a fresh forest, excuse me, after a rain. Oh, now I can get in there. Oh, I'm noticing a little bit of mint here. And a little bit of very green tobacco. Again, I think that's that umami coming through. Cinnamon, almost like the cinnamon bark, not the ground one. And a bit of apple, a bit of pear. A hint of something like sugar in the raw, cane sugar type of a syrup scent. So not a brown sugar, not a white sugar, but somewhere between. Now this is a very, very luscious nose. Maybe a hint, oh yeah, there's a little hint of a nice fresh, tart navel orange. Maybe a bit of mandarin also. And what I said in the live stream was that this reminded me quite a lot of Glenmorangie, the Astar, the new release that came out last year. Maybe even a hint of coconut in here. Okay, on to the palate. Cheers, everybody, and especially to Yukon Brewing and Yukon Spirits. Right off the bat, I get something like powdered sugar. And as I sit here smacking my lips, papaya. Rocky, you stop that. My dog Rocky's sitting right here. You quiet down. Okay? Lay down. Up it up. Maybe he'll stop. Papaya. A bit of something like a muskmelon. Vanilla extract. There's a hint of that bourbon flavor there. But as you smack your lips, the real joy is in the change from sweetness to a kind of like a very savory sweetness, like buttered muffins or honeydew with a little bit of ham. It's very, very warming. And also during that live stream, I talked about comparing this to other cask strength whiskeys. And again, I ranked this pretty much equal to that Astar. It's a little bit younger, but the maturity of the whiskey is there. All right. And comparing it to something like, let's say, Glenlivet Nadura, the first fill, or whatever it's called, the ex-bourbon Nadura, this is superior. It's also older, at least it's more mature. It may actually be a similar age, but this one comes off as much more mature due to the distillate, due to the aging, due to the care in production. Another thing to think about is it's a small distillery, a small still. In fact, I can't remember the size. I think it's around 2,000 liters or something like that. So not very big. You're getting a lot more copper contact, just like a small cask. The smaller the cask, the more wood involvement. The smaller the still, the more copper involvement. If I were to distill something in this, which I won't, it would have a lot more of that, how did Dave Broom put it? Copper conversation going on than in a big, huge, industrial-sized still, such as what Glenlivet would have. Anyway, enough chat. Keep on tasting here. One more taste. It's mouth coating. It's refreshing. A very, very interesting movement of flavor. And a really, really interesting and very long finish. Predominantly that sweet and savory style of finish. The nose and the palate are a little bit more sweet, spicy. Tropical fruit on the palate. Papaya again coming to mind. And that musk melon and a bit of honeydew. All right, let's add a bit of water to this. Given the amount of whiskey I have, I'm just going to add one of these. Round and round she goes. Oh, these things that we say, and we keep saying them. Yeah, my friend Rob over at Whiskey in the Six, he says, what does he say? That I'm not 100% sure, but what does Bart say from Scotch Test Dummies? He says, let's test it! And the guys at Trinity and C, hey guys! Oh boy, that's fun. Swami. What's up, Scotch addicts? Oh, that's fun. Too fun. Who else should I impersonate? Oops. I don't think I could do Aquavite. Roy. I'll have to work on that. All right, back into this one now with water. The nose sweetness jumps out a bit more with water added. Oh, and someone in the previous regular review was asking why I did this. And folks, what I'm doing when I'm doing this is I'm trying to get the liquid as close to the lip as possible for a couple of reasons. One of them so that I can see the legs, and another reason so that there is evaporating whiskey close to the lip of the glass. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, and again, I'm going to throw out another distillery that this reminds me of, and that is Cooley Distillery in Ireland with their single malt. Okay, all right, the palate then with water. Just buttery smooth, wonderful oily mouthfeel, and expanded, increased, savory type of flavor profile now. No really change in flavor, just a little bit more of a crescendo towards the savory end. And a little bit of that kind of ethereal feeling I'm getting from this now. What I mean by that is that it kind of goes completely all the way through my respiratory system, my lungs, through the neck, the mouth, the sinus cavities, all the way through. And it's really something to try. And if you can get this is actually out now. You should be able to get this. I hope it's not sold out by the time I release this, which should be the beginning of September. Anyway, so run out and find it if you haven't. Again, you might be able to find some from some friends in the whiskey community. So get involved on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Join some chats, some live streams on YouTube, and you'll get to know some people. You'll probably meet some people who live not far from your area, and you can get into things like trading samples, trading bottles. Hey, this is in my store. Can I send you one? Yeah, this one's in my store. Let me send you this. That's a really great way to just grow the community and to increase your circle, your circle of friends. Anyway, all right, now the WhiskyWhistle whiskey score for the cask strength Two Brewers. There it is. All right, let's get on to that one then. All right, so the WhiskyWhistle whiskey score for Two Brewers Release 10, this cask strength beauty right here. That's going to be 92 out of 100. Yes, you heard right. 92 out of 100 is the WhiskyWhistle whiskey score for Two Brewers Release 10, their cask strength offering made up in the Yukon by Yukon Spirits. All right, great work with that one. And they won Micro Distillery of the Year last year at the Canadian Whiskey Awards. I'm pretty sure that this one is going to win Canadian Whiskey of the Year, I'm guessing. And this might even be a contender for cask strength Whiskey of the Year outright throughout the whole world. I kid you not, this is how good it is. All right, anyway, so we'll see how they do. And what I also heard from the distillery was that they're going to be looking into expanding their range. So you may see Two Brewers entering the US market. Okay, so let's mix these up. Whoops. All right, so the cask strength X bourbon with the 46% PX sherry, both diluted, so probably about, again, 40, maybe 43% now. What do we get? Actually, the result's pretty nice. It seems to actually lift the sherry out of the whiskey somewhat. Oops. Interesting. Well, that's kind of like a double cask now or whatever, so still dominated by sherry. Well, it's delicious. It's no better, no worse. As great as the others. Could it be more complex? Yeah. Well, that's too much for down the hatch, but one more sip for me. All right, well, thanks for watching. That was the Two Brewers Release 10. All right, so next up is going to be an Ardmore 1997 vintage 20-year-old, 49.3%. I guess that's probably cask strength or roundabout. Anyway, first fill bourbon and ex-Isla casks. Very cool. All right, so make sure you watch that one. Make sure you hit subscribe and don't forget to like and comment about Two Brewers, all right? Take care, everyone. See you next time. And again, thanks to everybody over at Two Brewers Yukon Spirits. Goodbye. Thanks for watching Whiskey Whistle. Be sure to subscribe and don't forget to give this video a like and leave a comment down below. Be sure to stay tuned next time to join me, the host of the show, Mark, as I explore more whiskeys with you. Take care now, and we'll see you next time.